All right, back again. In the last clip. They'll be with us in a minute. 10 minutes later. Probably about 8 minutes. Once the comment comes through, I'll show you again. Till then, we're just sitting and waiting at this time. You know the waiting game? What are humans best at? There's a history show. They do teach us about patience. Yeah, it's all right. I'll tell her to back off when she comes out. Yeah, you got to stay away from the beds.
That's fine. Maggie.
Maggie, come on. You're being naughty right now.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I know. See, first you shit. We had to clean it. Now you're running around over here.
Because she knows I'm trying to put her outside.
Yeah, she knows that now. She's been extra
she
naughty.
She did wrong.
And naughty times come when naughty energies are around.
Amen.
It can be easily spread. Guess who just turned up? No one notices the pattern, but if you keep seeing it, and by the time you talk to people, they just ignore it. There's a pattern. I've recorded it for a while, and I know it myself. These things, there's some things in life too that you've got to learn yourself. Right? It's like trying to explain to someone how to balance on a bike. Right? You can't until they actually go through it and realise things and want to research things themselves. You know, right? There's a lot of areas where now I just say things, people are like, look at me funny, but they don't get it because they need the whole full story. And these stories you have to find out yourself, and between you and God and all the rest. Just loaded up that clip, previous clip. Maybe I'll look on this phone here. Time and date.
I'm running like crazy trying to get it.
Malfunctions everywhere. It used to be old style buttons. Go. Who's the best to be the word habitual time wasters? Let me know in comments. Besides, you know, how I'm talking about how long this is taking. You let me know, is my idea and what I said better? Or is this one better when it comes to trying to communicate and time wasting and just basic communication, like sending a text to another person and waiting. We can't send this text until we get this reply. So usually they use this system through technical services that you need to talk to someone, text after text straight away. Once it starts happening, you talk to them through technical service because you're fixing something, you want to fix something. But other than that, I find this way not needed in the other ways and a waste of time. So technical area, perfect. Should be there. Just getting questions and information that can take time, like blanks and stuff like that. Should be able to just send a text and not have to have a person be ready online like an operator. You know that can be costly. Having operators is costly. Yeah. And when they don't have that many operators, what do? They're passing the buck. So they're not doing their job efficiently in that area. They weren't here in 1 minute. They might have done it on the demonstration because there was only one dude there doing it. You know what I mean? How they demonstrate things, Emma, to companies because they're so stupid. And they go, oh, they fall for it there.
Well, if they're taking a while to get back to me, man, they must have a lot of...
That's right. Now they pass the buck. What they're doing is they're passing the buck now to us.
They must have a lot of people, a lot of issues.
Yeah, and now we're going to sit here and go, and if we're not... If I was Bill Gates whinging, what would you think would happen? Bill Gates sent him a $30,000 bill, right? Have you ever heard of those stories before? Because of wasting his time. Or will Bill Gates get a different choice? Or Bill Gates just not even call them and they go, we've got Bill Gates because he's got money.
He'll get his secretary to do it.
He'll get his secretary. But Bill Gates still might send the secretary bill of 3 hours.
Yes,
Right.
wasting my secretary's time. So here's 3 hours.
You know what? You have to do that because that's called passing the buck back to them. No, they like to pass the buck. Well, we can play that game. Or you just tell them your system is stupid, so you better fix it so these stupid things don't happen, these kind of games happen and problems happen. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Damn bloody right. Must be the only dude with some common sense around here. In that field, you know what I mean? It just takes common sense to come up with that. Or it takes a badge, and it just is, and you put up with it.
Yeah, so you can't even...
So what one do you reckon we've got, people? What's that?
So you can't even send, press the message thing to send them until they join the group.
Does it show a little time there?
Nope.
That just sits there.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Guess I'll wait for...
So it's even hard to prove that they can fuck you around. You don't even know you're on the line, in a way.
Yeah, it just says, great, one of our agents will join you shortly, and then you can press leave queue, so you're in the queue.
Yeah, so it shows you a queue. Yeah.
It doesn't tell you how long you're in the queue.
So that's the best you could say if you went to court, that you are on the line then. That's what they give you, isn't it? Huh? And we're waiting. You can't send anything.
Because all it said earlier was...
What a joke. And you know why they set these things up? Because they hope that you're the Bill Gates dude in the end that doesn't send them the bill, that just takes it and goes, I'm just going to call something. They hope you do the liar at the car yard. Right? Yeah. That kind of trick. That's what it is. Everyone's learning it because it's business. And that's what thrives in religion in this world, mainly. Business. Sad, isn't it? And it's too easy, if you can, pass the buck. They're not losing money in this way. Huh? But who is losing money or time? Because time can be money. Huh? Most time it is. It's precious. Time is precious. So if time is precious, then technically it's more costly than money, isn't it, in some cases? Yeah. But what do these clowns think? Business!
Well, you can make money, but you can't make time.
Yeah. And then these businesses, you go, why don't you do a business? Why? You know what? Because these guys will never allow me to, which is part of the story I've been talking about in certain areas. Huh? I've got to be born rich. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. You've got to be born rich to do any decent change. Hopefully it's a lot of money. And then, hopefully, you can become a good person. Otherwise, you're fucked. You're just another sheep. Once you're a sheep, you can all day long, which is what I'm doing now, right? And get nowhere. And the only way we can get somewhere, or be an ant, is all ears want to do it. But most of the time, it's only annoying someone here and there. They're doing it small, even though we're hearing about it's picking up more and more. People getting fed up with it. Inflation showing in certain areas of what's happening because of these things. Right? Worst case scenario, they can fuck me up the arse like in liar, right? And they're going to go buy another one. Just because I was actually being righteous, because they're not. And they'll laugh at me because of me being righteous and I shouldn't have been. Isn't that shocking, Emma? Yeah. Like I talked about when it comes to the warranty, how I pulled something apart and told the warranties that I got a video and everything. When I pulled it apart, when I played down, so they can at least go with the word on that. But they didn't need to go on the word on that and ask me any other questions. They just said when I try to do the righteous thing and perhaps even fixed it for them and they wouldn't have to spend any money, but they just send back in the end, you shouldn't have done all that. Now you get nothing for trying that attempt and you opened it up, there's no warranty for you. Isn't that sad, people? Pass the buck, pretty much. There's no righteous, only business.
Yeah, because they don't want you to open it up. They want one of their guys.
Yeah, but I just told you, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you didn't video it and all that kind of stuff, that is fine. But I had it where the thing played up on video.
I know.
Working to play up so they know the problem. Then I continue the video, open it up to fix it. Right? Then talked about what the problem was. It wasn't me. Found the problem for you. I could have fixed it. In fact, I end up fixing it. right? In the end, amazingly, right? Not as good as what it could have been, right? They could have easily sent me a text going, look, if you manage to fix it, we'll send you half the money. Anything like that. There's lots of things you can start to come up with, which is an easy deal to save money, right? If you can video something, get this thing, have things on the internet where you go, you've got this, this, and this, and this, right? Then you might be able to get this choice. Not only will it help you, but it will help us too. Pretty easy, yeah. That's just a quick rundown of a system that they can do. Can't give it all out, right? See, if I think they can't even get that, then I think more likely they can't even make the right system, right? But perhaps they can change. Almost. They do say that some people do change. Because we work together, if you ignore certain areas, like they say, they only get worse. And what has gotten worse in our area, we promote business, the beach walk, push the button, you're an idiot, go get 30 grand. YouTube talk about it. You heard about it, Emma?
Which one?
The push the button, you wake up, you get on the stocks. If you join his team, he'll show you where to go. Takes you about 20 minutes to an hour's work a day. They'll say it like this on the ad.
Yes.
Right. These people have fixed all our problems, I used to always say, right?
Should have some money then.
They only want certain people to join, which is certain people like them with no hearts that can rip off others, and they'll tell you things later on. And you'll find out this yourself. And if you can take this, you can be one of us, right? And we want smart people as well that can easily do these things. That's what they're saying in those ads. They're literally asking for pro fraudsters to come and join their team. Yeah, I'm just shaking her head. Sad, isn't it? We've got, you know what the worst is sad is we've got to a point where that's accepted. That's an ad. The government's putting it up. They're promoting it. Like cigarettes, like they did with cigarettes. Then another book, it says it's fraud. But then if you do fraud to try to get these people back, so if you did the same thing to them to get them back, they more likely will get you for fraud because they got more money and lawyers. Isn't that sad, Emma? So we're fucked, aren't you? That's why I call it North Korea. It's pretty much like North Korea. So it's a lead up to them. And then you get to a point where you're all in debt, high inflation, which allows them to bring out more control and get you while you can't think properly. Because when you're stressing, can you think properly when you're stressing them? Nice little pattern to get to, eh? The devil is kicking ass with that pattern. I call it the devil because it's not righteous. Huh? These people are lazy, want everything for nothing, and love to pass the buck. What do you call that, people? We're still waiting. Shit! And you wonder why I post things on YouTube, eh? So behind the scenes, these businesses get a bad name. Right? It doesn't bother me. I'd say, well, in a way, that's karma for the righteous area. Anyway, bad karma for them, good karma for righteous. Of what happens when you ignore or don't do things or things take too long. Right? We can go in other fields, other areas. Well, we're waiting on that. As soon as I get this sorted, I will do another video. I won't leave things up. Some videos don't need to be up. They get rechanged. And I fix the problem, but I still talk about what we've learned, right? Until I know that the problem won't occur again, you know. Like trying to get rid of a virus when you're giving out needles to people, you know what I mean? Or should I say syringes? Perhaps they need to be dumped at people's doors. For real. Might help them out, eh? Because U-bolts turn them right in the wrong direction, doesn't it? No one ever wants to carry that heavy load trailer around, do they? Anyway, we'll just keep on trucking for a minute. See how long this goes for. We're on the internet. It's all rock and roll, and there's no need for me to do this unless you're a complete crazy idiot and your lies will catch up to you. As I say, when I do a lot of these things, you could bang me on a lie detector. I could have all these things if you want to check it out. But they make sure, to make sure all this sector succeeds, they make sure that you can't do certain things or you give up on certain things. So what's another way now to also give up so you just take it up the arse? Sitting there waiting might do that, Emma? Yeah. Aren't they pros of what they do? So who reckons, if that's all true, that the Bible in the end would be the only saviour of such thing that won't stop, a pattern that won't stop? Could that be true, Emma? That means some bigger entity bigger than the United States, bigger than all of us, pretty much, has to turn up to whip us into line, otherwise we're going to go to self-destruction. It's going to get worse. Yep, with that pattern. So I guess the Bible might be true, as we're all immature little sinners. Huh? Mainly. Right, and God, to save all those other little people, he has to come down and do everything for everyone. It's a collective. Some of them have a right. They're in these stories, you don't need to get bothered too much. But the other ones, well, shit, they need to know that they're in the wrong direction, heading in the wrong direction. And hopefully we can get these people to see that, to finally stop, then move on. Then over time, once they've done that and you're right, you'll see over time progress instead of repeat or standard, just nothing changing, right? Or it's getting worse. That's not progress. And what do we see in human history? Most of the times without massive destruction. So far we've seen massive destruction since World War II, since all these latest things that we think are so cool. It took massive destruction and stealing from other countries and stuff like that and not working together to get to here. You can imagine where we could have got to work together, right? But it's led up to the inevitable that they might as well just blew us all up back then. In a way, the devil does like you to suffer, doesn't it? So the devil would rather the slower way for you than to just get it over and done with, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'm going to stop chatting about all that bullshit. Make it not so boring. There's some areas where you do need to talk to people and you get this same problem and they're still got to try to fix that, and then you can imagine areas like this that is unnecessary to have, and yet they have it and have the same problems the other areas have. Like calling Centrelink sometimes people, they don't have enough people, they got everyone to get on the internet makes it malfunctions, doesn't work properly. They like to pass it back and realise they can't, and so people are still calling. And because they thought it was so worked out and they assumed everything, they got rid of workers and did another way and made it harder in that area. And huge lines now if you go over to Centrelink because they believe that you shouldn't have to go there, but you do. Isn't that odd, Emma? But that's what happened in here at Wodonga, isn't it? Most of the time. You get people online. Just one desk. Well, heaps of desks now. It's getting worse and worse. And why is it? Because it's business. To business, it's getting better and better. And to those people who own them, their lives are getting better and better. So you wonder why they stick to that religion. Because it's a religion, business. You see, Emma? Yeah. He'll want to go to Jesus' religion. He's failed in the end because his religion, and definitely lately, and we mostly hear, which I talked about, it's sad that they don't make their own money in certain areas, is that they're always begging for money. So if you're trying to convince someone what works, well, business works, they go, look, I've got the money, I'm doing it. It is. And then look at them over there, always sucking off the poorest people who were confused and down, which is what I'm talking about, asking for their last little money. It's like the devil's kids hangout area to suck the last little bit of shit off you. And it's not only for 20 years, 50 years later, 100 years, they're going to still be doing this. They might tell you it'll only be for a while, but they're asking you for your money, for your sins. And then, because you're stupid and you're going for all their bullshit, they'll say that you deserve it. It's the devil's thinking. It's part of their religion. So devil and the money religion, which works for the devil religion, not the righteous, right, is kicking ass. And has been kicking ass for a long time before Jesus and after, because Jesus was here to try to help, but he proved that one man, even if you had all these powers, cannot do anything, right? Now, what human words have you heard that they say that one man can? Shit, it must be in very small sectors. You get it? In the most important sectors for the collective, they can't do shit. Unless they're that one rich man or one with a badge. You get it? Maybe. So that's the real world for you, conversation. Spread up the those. Could you get in the same thing on another phone now? Has another phone got that eBay account and all that? I was about to say, I'll post up another one. Go, oh, I wonder if we can get in first, because it happens. Just like you see people coming in from the doctors or coming from the shop and they stand on the counter and they get in first before you. But most of the people, they hope that you be kind and just take it up the arse, right, and say nothing. And otherwise, if you do, you try to speak up, then all the other idiots join in and go, oh, you're all getting rowdy, you need to calm down. So who wins in the end? The bully does, right? Because no one really sees the points. And then over time, you're seeing that and people seeing that, what happens in the end? The bully definitely wins because no one can even speak up anymore because it becomes an issue. You end up getting a world full of pansies and bullies. Bullies run the pansies. Huh? There's no in between. It's gone anymore because in between it's meant to be the collective, and the collective outcome is what we're showing. We're getting high inflation, we're getting ass kicked, we're failing everywhere. Pansies. Sad, isn't it? While that's on the side, can you get into, say, YouTube and show that your phone has got a running internet in it? This is what I'd like to see in this person. Make sure that got into it, trying to show that they're not fucking around on the internet, what I've talked about.
I am on the internet. If it wasn't working...
Oh, no, I'll show that, yeah.
It would
show that. It'll show you some sort of failure or
yeah.
But can you, while that's up, can you go into YouTube? Will that interrupt that?
I don't know if we'll interrupt it. That's the problem.
Then go back to it.
It might.
Because technically when you're on eBay and YouTube, you can do that.
Well, I'll just click it
Then
out.
I go to order. Yeah, not just redial. Alright, guess we get to YouTube. YouTube availability. See how I play. Oh, we've got an ad. There we go. So I play the music because we know that they're the biggest money hungry sector that likes to get a whole heap of something for nothing. Because they're so great. They don't like any free advertising or you to feel good in any way or make money off their stuff. Right, pretty much. So let's get out of that. Back to there. And still in the same thing. Can't write until they get back to you. What a joke. 23 minutes. You'd nearly burn through someone's lunchtime in that time, wouldn't you?
Some people only get 25.
That's right.
Or 20 minutes.
Gee, this system is really good, and you people are deep in it and don't even see it. Your politicians don't even talk about this because they secretly promote it. I'd happily debate them on that, but they'll never let me. Because they end up agreeing with it because they can't even solve other issues. So if you've got a system that's arguing about other important issues, and you've seen them argue over that 20 years later, we've got a lot of that issues when it comes to structures and dams and all these kind of things, important things. If they're doing that, how the fuck are they ever going to solve issues like this? And then they're rich, they're doing the Bill Gates thing, hand pass the buck. Right? Are they ever going to see this part? No, they're going to let you swallow in it. And then when your classes are nothing, like I said, if I was one Bill Gates, they'll listen to me, I'd fix this problem. But because I'm just an average foe, or even a foe on the system, that means I'm a piece of shit, pretty much. Right? Even though they like to talk about they love to help people like me and stuff like that to make them sound look good and shit, only a little bubble of a group. That's how they do it. Look over here. Look at how much we help. But then here's the real truth. Oh, don't hear the real truth. Block, fucking algorithm out. Ignore. Right? And that's why you see around the world, societies suddenly collapse, suddenly riots, and people are going, what's going on? Because they have a system like that. Where they push. Sad.
Probably should have tried earlier. Different times.
So, I'm ready in all sorts of areas. Things like this don't bother me anymore. I just talk about it. And I'm ashamed of being human because of these areas. A collective shame. I'm not ashamed. What we do individually, we always praise ourselves, but I do the best that I can. I guess you do when no matter what you feel is right about your program. So I'm believing I'm doing the right thing, right? And I see something totally different. So when it's like that, you feel shameful. That is so sad. That's why we're saying. When I'm speaking, I'm actually hearing this society saying it themselves. They're very strange, and they've been saying it for a long time. But yet they can't do nothing. They've got a media. Have you heard about the media, how much they've talked about Albo and he's a failure, and they're still doing it now, but yet he got elected in. So what does that mean? That means the system's a failure to not even get a proper leader, doesn't it, Emma? Yeah. And they can't do anything, and yet they work for the dudes in the end because half of them are saying that, the other half are working for them, did what they did out. Right, Elbows right now, got the other half going, yeah, we're all cool, you'll get that $275 maybe if you elect me in the next 4 years. Right? That's how a way of bullying could happen, isn't it? Blackmail. And you notice that, Emma? Right. And you'll see each leader, if you go back, if you've got time, of course they're trying to get rid of that from you, aren't they? They take everything, take your time, the most precious thing, so you don't even find out, so they can take even more time. Hilarious, a little bit like that movie Time. Then they believe that the system will collapse, being at least half decent. Don't even tell them to go full decent. You go, at least meet us halfway. They won't even do that. They'll only do that when they feel like it. When they believe that you're about to go punch them in the fucking face and they've got no lawyers to help them, kind of thing, right? Which is your rights and shit. That's what they constantly do. And then because they've still got the money and the power, they can go quiet and then they come back and that's what they do. You never get rid of the problem. Like, oh, we'll be nice. That big black dude, buddy, 300. I can be kind. Right? And he'll be kind for a little bit. And then as soon as he knows that you're getting somewhere or can be a threat to them, as soon as they know that, they'll creep up the prices. That's what you see. Put you back in your place. Constant pattern. Collective pattern. Sad to see, eh? See, in the end, and then the places get blown up. In this system, nothing will last anyway. Cars are built, happened overnight. It's gone now. Most of those people are innocent. You talk about that. And yet all their shit is gone because of that system. In fact, another country's about to go to it, another one. Right? So who's really wasting? They rush in so quickly and do things so wrong that they end up restarting them. Sad, isn't it? And that's the system that you're meant to look up to, right? Like I said, it's the Santa Claus thing. You grow up at school, they teach you to be righteous. And they teach you about their failures. But then you go into the system and they're still doing it. Isn't that sad, Emma? Yeah. No wonder people are all mentally fucked up, eh? Got me mentally fucked up for a little bit. And then you either go with it, so get your unmet, you go, oh, it's reality. Oh, shit, why do they tell us about all that? Oh, because it sounds good, but humans can't possibly do it collectively. Isn't that sad enough? Fucking sad. Because the system only works for the few favoured, right? Which is the rich people, the business people, the ones that have got the best religion that works for them. And God, if you go back on all this, unless it's in the baddest times, he has these ups, but he always goes back down with churches and stuff that we see because they can't follow through. They still ask for donations. They repeat themselves in a way. Right? They don't end up becoming something great where they can give back to the people only and the sins end up going after 10 years or because they're doing the right thing. It doesn't happen. It's all a facade. It's just a cycle, right? That one area puts the other area in, the other area feeds off the other area in this sad cycle of the human race that is technically like a virus to this planet. And it proves it is by looking around at what the human race does collectively. It's killing everything on it, and it's killing the planet itself. Polluting it, stuff like that. Just like a virus does to kill a planet, its host. Right? You know those bad viruses we hate, that we call stupid, because it kills its host? Well, humans are on that path and haven't got out of it yet. So what does that mean? More than likely, if you're a gambler, you'd say that they're that bad virus and they've got a high probability that they're going to die and kill themselves. No? But it's sad that you can let those viruses go. They eventually kill themselves. Right? But they'll kill the host, something with them. And that's what humans do. They're going to kill the planet with them. And the planet won't die. It gets to a point where the planet's nearly dead, but it's going to take a long time to recover, and it has to go through this radiotherapy, in the end, which would be like nuclear bombs. You might as well say we actually headed to that path, right? And then the planet's going to have to heal through this radiotherapy, nuclear therapy, right? And get over it. Get rid of use, like how yous get rid of cancer. Pretty sad, eh, Emma? Yeah. Imagine that. As it's all happening, we've got movies about it. You should say that. That's what the preacher was saying. Here it comes, our judgment of us virus. Some of us got it right. We didn't upgrade because it has to be a collective thing. Means the upgraded ones had done the old virus, killed them off, and we just had the ones that worked to get. Didn't happen. We've got movies showing us how scared, more likely, what's going to happen. And how people usually like to build things. If you know about this, if you build it, you buy it, you put a lot of time in it. Emma, what would you usually want to do? Would you want to throw it out and get rid of it after spend a lot of time and effort and money? Or would you rather use it? Fucking oath. So what do you think's going to happen with all these nukes? That's why they're talking about nukes now. As soon as we talk about getting rid of it, they start talking about using it. And then using it is either having it as a threat or actually using it. Huh? They believe that here. We're still waiting. So what I'll do is, after a little bit, because I don't let these things win, so you can either keep showing, I've got time, if I've said, well, okay, fuck it, right? And then you got to go back to it. So luckily, I've got YouTube. So while this is happening, so I can feel a bit better. It's a pity I didn't have thousands of followers and shit like that, because we can sort these areas out easier. Like I said, the fucking bad, Jay. But I'll put this up on YouTube. They've got the account. These people that I complain about have the ability to see. They were doing their job. They would have to see it. They might not see this. They might have already looked and then decided to make up their decision. But in the end, that's going to not be good for them by not replying, by saying they're going to check up something on me and then ignore me. That's what's going on at the moment when it comes to the inverter issue. We've got to a point where they go, we'll get back to you. We're looking into it. And then nothing. And I've even sent a text back going, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. And it's been a few days since that. Nothing. Right? So I'm posting now. These people, bad guys, don't like it. I've got a lot of Steve-Os that I know about it. Crew that like to bully and do things to make money. And either you come in on it in the Steve-O factors like on YouTube. You've got to either pay for them or they get a punishment from being those stupid Steve-Os to look cool or to do some sort of action. Right? That's what I class more. I like to been through a few things lately, and my newest thing is calling things and something that you can relate to. And I see a lot of these people in business like Steve-Os now, right, where they believe they can fuck over people, hurt people, but as long as they give you a little bit of money or get away with it, they'll continue to do it. No, because they're making more money. It's like the dump toxic waste issue that people have had, or countries still have to today, where they get caught, companies getting caught polluting and do all this damage, and they make a shitload of money doing this damage. To say they made $10 billion to dump the toxic, get rid of them. They made money by power and creating that toxic, and then they dump it and they're meant to lose a lot of that money, but they don't want to pay their taxes. You know, it's like ripping off taxes, forgot. And then they dump it somewhere else, and they made $10 million to dump it there. They can just dump it and not spend $5 million of it and half their profit to clean the mess and get rid of it. They rather dump it and get $10 million, and then they go to court and they only pay $100,000 or $1 million. they got caught. That's the worst case. So they still make 9. You get it? So they won't go the right way because they only make 5 in their religion. You see that? Yeah, so they'll always have that. Yous deserve collectively the outcomes of this because yous accept, yous are trapped, and all these things that God's, hopefully that you'll see, because that's what God is, that's what free will is. Huh? When you lose your free will, that's when you need to have to lose your free will because there's no other choice, which is why you hear the end stories of the Bible, huh? Where you need your saviour. Otherwise, all die. Perhaps the saviour might let you go. We've talked about dinosaurs have had their time, creation, all things that are created from the same saviour, right? Perhaps you might get to a point where you have enough. You know, get fucked over 7 times and then people go, fuck it, what these people are waiting us to do, huh? Same shit. Comes right back out of me. Still waiting?
Yeah.
We'll turn it up in a second. Back. Check up. Yeah, I know. Check up these birds. And you start to do stuff, and that's when you won't have to see it unless you get back on back to the phone. And then you get up there in 5 minutes. If you're doing something, they might go, oh, and then leave you. And then who wins? They've got an excuse to say that they did their part, even though they made you wait, and then you look like the dickhead. Right? Yeah. Because you're not their slave driver. Pretty much. Which is what I talked about. Who wants to do that, everybody? No. Hey, buddies, I'll come out now. Once you realise all these things and you're not the virus anymore, you know what keeps me going? Trying to keep to myself or looking after everything else that God created against the virus. What do you do now out there? The education and the stuff that you've been through. What makes you be you? And you'll find out that I've talked about previous clips of where you slot into. And then you can go tell people, like they do in Ancestry, what you really are. But most of the time, these people are not proud to show what they are. But they love the income. They love their life, though, you know. As long as you don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I think that's long enough. We'll try again soon. And I'll video every time. Next time we try again, I'm going to see if I can just leave the phone like that. And I'll probably try again, maybe in an hour or 2, maybe. Or tomorrow. Depends what I feel like doing, what's more important. And I like to leave these things sit for a little bit, even though my channel really doesn't get anywhere because of all these same people, right? And other people that have commented. All those things, they all show what they are, right? And I don't even bother doing anything. I'm just in my place like a North Korean, and all I can do is what I'm doing now. And no one will ever dare to come face to face to ask about the real proof and footages. They will dare to attack my bad footages. I've already done that test plenty of times. But they won't dare ever come and approach me on righteousness. What does that mean? See you later.